Good evening and welcome back. I'm Jerry. I'm your host, and tonight we are playing Asteroids on the Atari 2600. So let's get going. And there we go. All right. Oh, that's not the right one, is it? We want to go. There we go. You want to see the game, not me, right? Okay. So let's get this thing set up here. Yep. Here we go. And let's reset that. And as you can see right away, this one is different. The asteroids are going up and down and slightly moving. And we are getting a little bit of some weird artifacting with the color. I gotta look into that. If you notice, the asteroids have like lines through them. It's odd. I might have to do some adjustments. So, since the asteroids don't really go at random angles and directions, even though the spaceship can, you could, theoretically, and I have, played this game so long that I rolled the score over. I've gotten over 1 million points. It just rolls over. And you start back over at 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And you just, so look, you got an extra man. And you just keep every 5,000 points getting an extra man. And I would just keep doing this all night long. All night long. And just like in the arcade game, though, the spaceship, if it runs into an asteroid, it will get destroyed. See? Right there. Now with this one, because it's on the Atari 2600, you only use one button, not two. And in this one, you push down to hyperspace and up to thrust. Like I said, don't get me wrong, as a kid, we played the heck out of this because it was Asteroids at home. Until I got my Atari computer. Now, once I got my Atari computer, that all changed. Ooh, there's the little one. Oh, he got me! I thought I had him. Oh, buggers. Yeah, I gotta look through the artifact on this. This isn't not looking good at all, is it? I'm trying to reduce the button sounds by holding it down under the desk again. Hey, thanks for taking care of that for me. Like I said, so as you can see, you could play this one forever. Now, there are different variations in the gameplay. So let's look up the man. Ooh, I got shot trying to look up the gameplay. Oh, I didn't warp in time. I still got 3 lives. So let's. Oh, no, don't shoot me. Let's go look at the manual here real quick. We got a manual scan. Because there are lots of just like Space Invaders. Oh! Little dude shot me. Atari 2600 Junior. Let's see how it turns out. No. Oh! Well, I'm clearly not doing the 1,000,000-point night tonight, apparently. Oh, come here. Look, there's another extra guy. Oh, what? Oh. That was bad. They just spawned me in front of it. Okay, so let's look here. So we know that thrust is up. Push left to go counterclockwise. Push right to go clockwise. Push down to teleport. And the small asteroids are worth 100 points. The medium asteroids are 50 points. And the large asteroids are 20 points. Ooh, the satellites are 200 points. And the UFOs are 1,000 points. I don't know which is the difference, but we're going to go with the little ones are probably worth 1,000 points because they're tiny. Fast, slow. All right, game variations. Speed, extra life, and features. Okay, so speed. There's 33 different variations. Games 1 through 16 are single player. And 34 through... Oh, wait. No, I'm incorrect. One-player games are 1 through 33. Two-player games are 34 through 66. So, wow, that's a lot of variations to this game. So let's see. This is where things got challenging because you could change where the high score, where the extra life didn't come until there's either none, 5,000 points, 10,000 points, or 20,000 points. And SH is their shields, and there is hyperspace, and there is nothing, meaning there's no shield and there is no hyperspace. So, and FL is flip, meaning you push down, and instead of hyperspacing or a shield, you get to flip around and face the opposite direction. Wow, okay. Let's try variation. There's also speeds. Every other one is fast or slow. Okay, so let's go to 16 first. And that variation will give us fast, no extra life, and a shield. Oh, look, they're traveling in other directions. I don't ever recall that happening. Oh, okay, all right. Now, we're getting challenging. I haven't played this game in many years. Especially the extra variations. But they only go in the random orders. Oh! Really? I'll try the shield. Well, I want to be alive long enough to try the shield. How about that? Okay. It turned into a circle with a dot. With the shield there. Now, why the big ships, the big asteroids don't go in random directions? Okay. Alright, shield works. I like that. Oh! I didn't use it then, though. But that was neat. And that, I forgot all about all these variations. It's just like Space Invaders. I forgot about all those variations. So let's go all the way up to 33 where it's fast, no extra life, and no special features. So that means there's no flip, no shield, and no hyperspace. Anything above that requires another person to play with me. And we don't want that. Okay, 33. I'm sorry, 33's kids. We want 32. Let's turn it off and back on again. And you'll see this is copyright 1981. I think that's the year I got it as a kid. So we want 32. We'll check out 33 afterwards. I don't remember kids, but doesn't mean I never played it. Oh! I forgot. I got no special features. And I don't know if I've really posted this, but my cats had collapsed my shelves and all of my consoles had fallen to the ground. And the Atari was one of them. And I got to get in there and look. It's got a lot of interference in the line. I'm hoping that it didn't get damaged. Oh, it wouldn't fire, push, button, shoot, bullet. So oh, well, that was that. All right, so let's try the kids. 33. So far, looks like game one. If I push down, it's hyperspace. If I push up, it's probably thrusters. Hey, let's see how fast we can go. See, this is where we got the fly. Look at him go. he could, this is like I said, we used to push up just to see how fast we could go. Look at him go, boy. I mean, I don't think there's a limit. I mean, he just flies. So far, I'm not seeing any difference between the kids and let's try and get back in the center here. I did a pretty good job of getting myself back in the center there. It's possible this is the game. I did clean it, but I don't know. I'm not seeing any difference between this and game 1. Other than I totally just missed that guy. Extra ship. I'm not seeing any difference. I mean, is it slower? I have 2 fire buttons, so I can... Yeah, that didn't work. I was trying to alternate between the 2. See if I can shoot faster. That didn't work. Alright, well, I don't see any difference between this one and the other version. Between... and there's less asteroids, maybe? You still get... There's just not as many asteroids. I wonder if you could shoot yourself. Oh, hey, it's the little one. Oh, he got me! Well, that's a thing. So let's switch this thing back over here. There we go. There we are. So you can clearly see the difference between the Atari 78 version and the Atari 2600 version when it comes to asteroids. The big asteroids only move up and down apparently. And on the higher levels, the asteroids, when you blast them, the smaller ones go into different directions. Once again, I totally forgot all about that, which is kind of cool. That actually gives this game a lot of replay value for me. Not that I didn't replay it before. I just didn't play it as much because I only remember that the asteroids went up and down. I totally forgot about excuse me, about those additional variations in the gameplay, which was one of the key things about the Atari games at the time, even though they were kind of simplistic on the graphics and the gameplay with a single button, but they added a lot of variations in the games. I think there's 118 different variations for single player and two-player multiplayer on Space Invaders. This one's got 66 different versions. Wow. Now that's a lot of variations to gameplay. Plus, if you throw in, I didn't check to see. Let's see if the difficulty switches, advanced and beginner switch, A and B switch, have anything to do, but it doesn't look like A and B changes any. Oh yeah, wait. If you're playing Asteroids game in the A difficulty, UFOs will sometimes begin to attack after you reach 7,500 points. And they will always attack after you are over 1,500 points. So the difficulty, so that's an additional variation. So for every one game, you can play it in the B version or the A version, and that gives you another variation. So that actually takes us up to what, 132 different variations. So wow, and that's pretty neat. Since it goes up to 66 for 2 players, then you add in the A and B So 66 and an A, for A, and then 66 for B. Wow, that's a lot of variations of the games, and a lot of games are like that. Some of the games don't do anything. Uh, they add actual functionality to the game. There is a game called the Space Shuttle: A Journey into Space that came out on just about every console. It's by Activision, and it is a flight simulator for the space shuttle, and it's a really really neat game simulator, however you want to call it. That the variations are in you get cadet, captain, expert mode and everything, and it determines what functionality you have in the ship. So the difficulties in the selection, oh, excuse me, still got that cough, in the games change with a lot of variety with some games. Some of the older games, I think like with Breakout, Super Breakout, the A and B button selects the size of the paddle. Also, Breakout has a ton of variations. So does Super Breakout. Wow, they have a ton of variations as well. So a lot of the older games had a lot of variations, and like I said, it changed also with the beginner and advanced buttons, or AB buttons. I do look to play the Space Shuttle project soon. I'll play it for both the 2600 and the Atari computer, so you can see the differences. It's, literally, you go from launch to orbit. I think you have to dock with the International Space Station, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta remember what you gotta do. But anyway, you have to go into orbit and then you come back down to Earth. And I think you do less on the Atari 2600 version. I think you do more on the 7800. On the computer version, which is really neat. And that's because of the limitations of memory and all that fun stuff. But they both came with this is a detailed simulator. You have to hit a lot of buttons, but we'll go further into that when I play that game. But the Atari 2600 Asteroids is a great game. It brought that arcade game home, and I remember with my uncle playing this a lot when we may not have had anything to do that night. Or he came to visit. We would play this and Space Invaders and a lot of things. My one uncle, he and I played 3D tic-tac-toe. I remember that fondly. Playing 3D tic-tac-toe with my Uncle Rick. That's a lot of fun. So that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed Asteroids and you got to see the different variations. So, so what I'm going to do tomorrow night, other than cough my head off, and I apologize for the coughing. The more I talk and the more I'm up, it gets worse. So I'm trying to speed this up. I apologize. Tomorrow night, I'm going to play Asteroids on the Atari computer, so you can see the difference. You can see that one as well. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. I hope that you had an awesome, awesome evening. If you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Join in on the fun. Press the bell button and get notified when I go live or I post another video. And once again, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for Asteroids on the Atari 8-bit home computer. Be seeing you.